Oh yes folks, this is our last night of our little holiday at the log cabin next to the river line, and now it's time to go and get a nice Indian takeaway. Oh yes, you better believe it. Right. Hey mate, days a favour. Sell us your jawbone, Dennis. Good looking son. Welcome back to the BLOT Outdoor Show, guys, and thank you for joining me on another foodie Friday night video. Yeah, this is our last night. We've been away for 4 nights at Line View Log Cabin, which is right next to the river line over there in Cumbria. Fantastic little place. I'll leave a link in the description of this video, guys, for Line View Log Cabin and the phone number. You never know, you might want to book a nice little trip up here. You can't go wrong, dingo man dingoes, as they say in the southeastern region of Mongolia. You better believe they say that there. Yes, we're going to do a takeaway with you. I'm going to treat myself to a nice Indians tonight. I don't know what I'm going to get. I'm going to let Mrs. BLOT choose the meal. So hopefully it's not something too spicy, because my guts have already been playing up, and a hot curry, ooh, I'll be shitting through the iron needle, if you know what I'm talking about. But join us down in the village of Brampton, about a 10-minute drive away. That's where we're going to go to Indians. I'm forgetting what it's called. I'll tell you when we get there. You know it makes sense, man dingoes. See you down at Brampton. Right. Ah. So here we are, my fansexuals. We've just parked up in the village of Brampton. There's the Indian takeaway over there. Well, it's an Indian takeaway and restaurant. Star Anise, it's called. Yes, I popped in earlier on the day. I've got a menu. Just have a quick look. Mrs. BLOT's going to choose what we want, because she doesn't like spicy food. She's got IBS, and it could be an absolute disaster movie if I make it out of Vindaloo or something like that. You know what I'm talking about, guys. So Mrs. BLOT with the sexy butt, what do you want?
Chicken 69.
Oh, matron. Yeah, there's a thing on the starter menu called Chicken 69. Haven't got a clue where it is. I'll show you on the menu that we've got back in the log cabin, so you know we're not talking shite. So you wanted some onion barges as well, didn't you?
Onion barges.
So you want me to have a 69 with you? Oh. Onion barges.
Chicken tikka masala.
Safe bet. It's a nice safe bet. I like a tikka masala, so no complaints there.
I was going to stitch you up and do a vindaloo, but I think it's too hot for me.
Well, I like a vindaloo.
Vindaloo.
Sometimes it can be a bit too spicy from some places, but I can handle it, you know, when it's mixed in with the lice, and you've got all over the top your chips, and you've got your naan bread to mop it up with. But no chance you can eat that.
No.
And I'm just going to sit there and eat at Indians when Mrs. BLOT's sitting having nothing. So, yeah, tikka masala. What kind of naan bread do you want? Cayman, that'll ding dang do for this man, Dingo. Mushroom lice. Mushroom lice. There you go, guys. So we're going to make our way over to start Ina's Indian takeaway in a Winnie Mandela. When I was in the day and I picked the menu up, I noticed that they had music playing, so I might have to put some of my own music over the top of the music in the shop for copyright reasons. There you go, Mandingos. I'll bring you back on the way in to the Indian takeaway.
So you know win it, right?
Lies. Come on then, guys. Here we go. Nearly get the car door taken off for the sake of a takeaway with you. That wouldn't be worth it, would it? Go on, Mrs. Blot.
With the sexy butt.
You better believe it. You get yourself in there. And let's get this food ordered. Put the phone down now.
Are you alright? No takeout.
I got a menu earlier on today when I popped in.
Can I have onion bhajis, please? Chicken 69.
Oh, amazing.
Blood's favourite number. Can I have chicken tikka masala?
Yes.
Mushroom pilaf?
Here.
Cream naan? And a portion of chips, please. That's it. Yeah, that's brilliant.
Cheers, mate.
There you go. Thank you.
Right, folks, that's the food ordered. £31.30 altogether, so not a bad price, really. Not the cheapest takeaway I've ordered, but still not too expensive, considering it's a restaurant. You know, it's not just a takeaway, it's a restaurant as well. Mind you, there was no one sitting in having a meal, so I don't know if that's a bad thing. Look, that's what these takeaway reviews is all about. We'll try it, and we'll let you guys know exactly what we're talking about. You better believe it. Mrs. Blot's in there now, still waiting for the food. I've just came outside for a few nails to darkness to talk to you absolute legends. I haven't got permission to record, so I didn't just want to whip the camera out in the takeaway. No one likes a camera shoved in the face. Anyway, I'm going to make my way back around there now, guys. Get the food. And then we'll make our way back to the log cabin. Oh, boy races is out in force. Yes, we'll make our way back to the log cabin, do some serious Borussia Mönchengladbach. Then we're going to do a Wasky review, well, a Moonshine review. I've got another bottle of Moonshine, so we'll do a review on that, me and Mrs. Blot. And then right at the very end of the video, I'll show you some fans clips. However, let's go and get the food. Tricycles. Oh yes, we've got the food, Mrs. Blot. Let's get back and get stuck right in. You know it makes total sense. Oh, Dennis. Alrighty folks, let's have a quick look and see what we've got, Mrs. Blot, before we plate it up. Here's that thing I was on about, guys. Chicken 69. Where's it at? There it is. The old chicken 69er.
That was made for us. We says tonight, no innuendos, and look what's happened. Chicken 69.
You must have knew the Blot Outdoor Show was in town. Right, so we've got some tubs of salad.
I'll take the lids. Oh no, not a lid in there. 2 salad,
Salad Dodger.
mint sauce.
I like that sauce.
Oh, what's that? That'd be chutney, is it?
Chutney.
Chutney sauce. What is it then?
Chutney.
Chutney? I think.
You cannot whack a bit chutney.
Chutney sauce.
Why you cultured?
Oh, look at that.
Nice fresh Cayman Nandingo.
Can't beat that, can you?
2 plugs is getting excited. Denzel and Ernest Shackleton.
Oh, that smells nice and fresh.
And their dad, Dennis, is down there.
Big paper bag stuck with it. But
Quiet.
where's your rice? Mushroom.
Mushroom lice. Lovely jubbly.
I want to see what 69 is. That'll be your chips. That's your chips.
The old jockey's whips.
Yeah. Curry.
Chicken tikka masala.
Onion bhajis.
Right.
And the bit we've been waiting for. Number 69.
Yes.
Home right to them.
Nice 69 on Mrs. Blot in the log cabin.
Oh, actually. Oh, that looks spicy.
Even the pugs is getting excited. Right, guys, let's get this food plated up. I'll bring it back when we're going to get stuck right in. You know, makes sense. Right. Oh, yes, folks, here we go. Time to get stuck in this lovely looking Indian takeaway meal. Mrs. Blot's got a kid's portion. She doesn't eat as much as me, as you can tell, with my big fat belly. Anyway, I'm going straight for onion bhaji. And let's get that put in the mint sauce, guys. Oh, yes. Shut up! Our 2 puppy pugs are going to be yapping away. Sorry about that, guys. Them are really nice. Nice and crunchy on the outside. Nice and soft on the inside.
I'll try this one.
Very nice. Very tasty. Onion bhaji. Kind of complain there, guys. Right, I'm going to try some 69 with Mrs. Blot. It said it was like chicken coated in like chili flakes and black pepper with mustard and like shallow fried. So I've never noticed that before on the menu of Indian takeaway. Sorry, it's a Bangladeshi takeaway, wasn't it? We got talking to the guy when we're in there and he says, no, we're from Bangladesh. So he says, it's basically the same things on the menu, but just cooked in a slightly different way. So yeah, this is a Bangladeshi takeaway review. Well, that was really nice. I'll try some without the sauce on.
It's spicy.
There's spices on it, but they're not spicy, if you know what I'm talking about, guys. So Mrs. Blood doesn't really like spicy food. No.
Like crispy batter, is it?
Yeah, like a
Try this.
like a crispy-ish batter, like crispy and soggy at exactly the same time. If you know what I'm talking about, mandingos. But yeah, I'm surprised at how nice them are.
Oh, that's got a bit of a kick.
Chicken 69,
In my mouth.
Mrs. Blood. Very nice indeed. Get a bit of that on there, folks. That's got a bit of a kick to it.
I want that.
The old, what do you call it? Chutney.
Chutney.
Tomato chutney.
Ooh.
That's got a nice little bit of a kick to it.
That's what I didn't want to
Very
say.
nice
I
indeed.
had a dip of it and was about.
There's one of your hairs. One of Mrs. Blott's hairs. I told you to get her all over, didn't I? I pull them out my arse crack and everything. Oh, I'm really enjoying these. You want to get some before they're all gone.
Too spicy. I'll be back in a minute.
Looks like Mrs. Blot needs a drink. They're only a little bit spicy. But for someone like Mrs. Blot who doesn't like spicy food, our mouth probably on fire. Anyway guys, I'm now going to go for the chicken tikka masala with some mushroom rice. Oh, nice big chunk of mushroom in there guys.
Oh, it's got kick to it, that sauce. And I think then with that on top.
Oh yes, chunks of chicken, really nice, really tender, nice thick big chunks of chicken. Very nice indeed this. I know chicken tikka masala, it's probably the most common thing, isn't it? People order as well as a korma. But you can't go wrong with it, can you? You can't go wrong with it.
That's nice, that. The only thing that's disappointing at the minute is the chips.
Yeah.
I was wanting chunky chips.
I haven't mentioned that yet. Normally, round our way, in Sunderland and County Durham, when you get chips from an Indian takeaway or a Bangladeshi takeaway, you normally get big fat chunky chips, don't you? Like big fat chunky, well done chips. These are just your basic skin on fries. You know, you buy them in a big frozen bag in the deep fat fryer. They're still nice. They're still nice and tasty, but they're not like proper Indian chunky chips. If you know what I'm talking about, man, then goes. But that chicken.
Do you want to try some of this? Because you know what I'm doing.
That chicken is really, really nice.
Nice, isn't it?
So here we have the keema naan bread, and then you've got the meat inside of it. You better believe it, guys. Oh yes. Gotta make a chip butty, haven't you? Chip butty, keema naan, with the tikka sauce on. Get it in there, mandingos. Get it in there. Get it rammed in your mouth, Mrs. Blood.
That's nice, that.
You know what I'm talking about.
I've got chips in, just rice and curry.
Oh yes. And we'll get some of this mint sauce in as well, guys.
Put some of that in as well.
Just to make it nice and moist. Get some chutney in. Some spicy chutney.
Get some chutney in, Chuck. Why are you dropping stuff all over?
You've just got to get stuck in, Mrs. Block. When you're doing these take reviews, guys, you know you've been watching me long enough now. There's nothing fancy about me. I'm not bothered about making a little bit mess. You've just got to dive in. That's the
Right.
style.
Little bit of a sweat on there.
Got a little sweat on. Yep. With them were spicy. When I first started tasting them, I was like, they're not too bad, they're not too spicy. But once you've had 2 or 3 or 4 of them, and the spices kick in.
That keema naan's beautiful.
That's just what I was going to say. That keema naan is really nice.
I know it looks, some people say, oh, it's well done. But you know what it is? That's where I like it. I don't like it soggy in the middle.
I prefer them when they're like that. When they're a bit well done, a bit charred. Always make a chip butty with them. And mop the sauce up. Oh yes, Mrs. Block. Well, up to now, everything's been spot on, apart from the chips. Like I said, there's no wrong with the chips, they're just not the nice big chunky Indian chips that I was hoping for. Oh yes, let's get a bit more chicken with some mushroom lysicles.
Nice big chunks of chicken, isn't it?
Massive. Right guys, big massive chunks of chicken tikka in the masala sauce, cooked to perfection, nice and soft, not tough at all, falling apart in your mouth. Can't complain there guys, very nice indeed.
Right.
Oh yes, I am thoroughly enjoying it. There was 3 different Indian takeaways or Bangladeshi takeaways just in that small village. It's like a large village, small town of Brampton. I think it's a village, isn't it? It's like a large village. So such a small place and 3 Indian takeaways. When we had a walk around today, that one looked the best because it's also a restaurant. There was another one we looked at and it didn't look nice at all, did it?
Oh no.
I wouldn't mind going in there, but when I'm with the beautiful Mrs. BLOT, I want to try something nice, if you know what I'm talking about guys. Mind, it's not a 4-star or a 5-star. They only had a 3, you know, with the food hygiene rating for the local council. So it's like average one guys. But it's better than average for the quality. Really, really nice.
I'm gonna have a bit more of this chicken, but I'm gonna wrap it up. Then this might take the heat away a bit.
I've absolutely loved this so far. I'll go back and finish this off guys in a few minutes. I'll try a bit more. Onion bhaji.
Had 2 up for me. Cool.
Too spicy? What's more for me guys? Tell you what I'm going to do. Onion bhaji. The old 69er.
Ooh, me too.
Both on together. Some chutney. Mrs. BLOT's chutney.
Ooh.
Mint sauce. That has been absolutely lovely jubbly. Your mouth on fire.
Oh.
Luckily we didn't get the vindaloo. If Mrs. BLOT is struggling just not having a 69 with me, if she had a vindaloo, oh good God almighty, disaster movie. That's what would have been here guys, absolute disaster movie. Anyway, get this down the hatch. Now it's time for the old score jingos, mandingos. The price, when I say it was 32,
32 pound.
33 pounds was it? So it's also a restaurant, you know, it's like restaurant quality food, so for all that I would say £33 is reasonable. You can go to some takeaways and you can probably get a better deal, but it could be absolutely shite, so £33, fair enough. Portion size, there was plenty there, wasn't there? Haven't been greedy, look, we've still got loads left. That will not go to waste, I'll finish that off later on.
And you finish that off as well.
Food quality, need I say more, you can see that I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Have you enjoyed it, Mrs. BLOT?
Top notch.
Really, really nice. Only problem, like I've said, the old Jockey's whips, the chips, not the best, bog standard, skin on fries, yeah. So for that, I can't give it a 10. What I can give it is a big fat, steady, very respectable, really good score of 9, a straight 9 out of 10 dingo mandingos. Oh yes, you better believe that's my score. Mrs. BLOT, what's your score?
I don't think I would give it that high, because it, no.
I don't believe this.
The chips is a massive thing on Indians or Bangladeshi made. But like I say, they're just bog standard skin on skin. I would give it 7.8.
7.8. 9 and a 7.8. So not the greatest score from Mrs. Blot.
Everything,
On
don't
this
guys
one.
think everything else is nice. I just think I was disappointed with the chips.
So you've marked down 2.2 because of chips. Well,
And I've had better.
you've had better
Yeah.
as well. There you go. That's not the first time she said that to me, guys. I've had better. She said that to me quite often. There you go, guys. 9 from me, 7.8 from Mrs. Blood. Stick around, Mandingos. When we bring you back, we're going to do a Moonshine review. I've got a nice bottle of Moonshine that's been kindly given to me. See you in a couple of Neil Sedaka's. Rice. You good dog, ain't you? Good dog. Oh, your breath stinks of shit. You need a Tic Tac. Oh, yes, Mandingos. You know what time it is. Moonshine time. And this is what we've got this week. Firefly Moonshine, made in South Carolina. This has been kindly given to me in Blot from a legend by the name of Damien Morningstar. Cheers, Damien, my man friend. Get out. You stink. Very much appreciated, mate. Before we do the Moonshine review, I'm going to quickly answer a couple of questions, just a couple of quick fire questions. No mucking about, no slavering on like I normally do. The first question is, how's Messi doing? Messi, the hiking dog. Messi's fine, he's okay. He stops home with family now. He's 12-year-old. He's slowing right down.
Getting too old.
He's getting too old, Mrs. Blood. When we come away, we go all over walking. These threes, fit as hell. Dennis can walk for hours. I know he looks like a fatty, a bit like his dad, but he's a fit dog. You know what I mean? And these two's too full of life. They pester the hell out of Messi, if you know what I'm talking about, guys. And my mate Taylor watches the house for us when we go away. If you're watching, Taylor, thank you very much, Mara. It's very much appreciated when you watch the house for us. So little Messi just sits with Taylor. He's easy. He just lies down there and watches Sky Sports News.
Who does? Messi does.
Messi does. He's easy. He's easy to look after.
He's in place, just like you.
If we left one of these pugs with Taylor, there'd be a pain in the arse, wouldn't there? So aye. Messi's okay. I tell you what I'm going to do though, guys. 2 or 3 times this year, and this is the promise, I'm going to take little Messi on a wild camp with me when I'm going out by myself. A nice easy one, you know, a nice easy one for Messi. When I do one that's not much of a long walk, that'll be perfect for Messi, the hiking dog. And talking about camping with dogs, Mrs.
Thank you, cheeky bugger.
Sorry. Another question is, I'm only joking, I love you. Another question is, I'm going to get shot after this. Is Mrs. Blot going to come and do a wild camp or a stealth camp with me this year? Well, I'm not going to take Mrs. Blot stealth camping because I camp in some minging places, some filthy places. There's broken glass, there could be dirty needles, and they're just not very nice places at all. They're not even nice for me, never mind a beautiful woman like Mrs. Blot. But a wild camp, yeah, I'll let Mrs. Blot answer this one. Are you going to do a wild camp with me at some point this year?
What was that phrase for? Yes, of course I will. When it gets warmer.
And
Gets a bit warmer and I'll be out.
You're a fair weather camper, aren't you?
Yeah.
A fair weather camper, so...
Lightweight.
Yes, Mrs.
Lightweight
Blot will
camper.
come out. The dogs is rocking the camera, guys. Sorry, get down, you little bugger. Mrs. Blot will come out with me on a wild camp in the summertime when the weather's nice, and one that's not too... Like something I would do with little Mick. One that's not too high, not too strenuous, if you know what I'm talking about. Sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan, Dingo. We'll get Mrs. Blot on the wasky. Get her absolutely smash burgered, if you know what I'm talking about, guys. Anyway, now it's time for the Moonshine review. Firefly, Moonshine, apple pie flavour from South Carolina from Damien Morningstar.
We catch some flies after this.
Yes, 2 rice. Nice little jar it's in. The old jawbone.
Jawbone. Right.
Get that popped in there.
The dogs look
That was
nervous.
good. That wasn't even planned. That just came out naturally. Do you want to have the first one if you're ready, Mrs. Block?
Go on. No, it'd be rude. I'll let you.
Okay then.
You always
Get
do
the old
first.
Nostradamus, the old bakeroni in there, guys. Like a sweet baked apple. I know you're thinking, like, it's apple pie flavour. State the obvious, but that's what it smells like. Very sweet. Like a big apple pie. And there's a lot of... Get him!
The dogs like it.
Get him! The dog's licking the jar. They're rocking the table. It's very cinnamony. The old Jerry cinnamon is back in action.
Oh, back again.
Yeah, get your giant nostrils in there, Mrs. Blot.
Not as big as yours.
What are you getting?
I'm getting Play-Doh.
Play-Doh.
Kids Play-Doh.
Oh, you used to get in the little tubs.
The multicoloured ones. Preston used to have.
Get down, Denzel.
Oh, it is strong. I like the smell of that.
Is it Gaggaroni?
I used to love the smell of Play-Doh. Can you smell
Get
Play-Doh?
a swell around there. I see what you mean. I know that you've said it. Can remember when you used to get them tubs of Play-Doh when you were a
Like
kid.
little tubs, mixed colours, wasn't it?
You only really got that smell when you first opened them up and they were
Yeah.
fresh.
Pretty in there, I'll say.
It's again. Go on, have another go on.
Oh, that's all I can smell now because I've said it.
Play-Doh
Play-Doh.
with Jerry Cinnamon. Jerry Cinnamon plays a Play-Doh. You better believe he does. Time for the taste, Rooney.
I can just... I Play-Doh.
That's enough of the sniffing. Move, dogs. We've got Denzel Washington and Ernest Shackleton jumping up, banging the table. Dennis there, Dennis Patterson, he's no bother. He's just keeping out of the way. That's enough of the sniffing. Let's get on with the tasting. Right. Very thick. Very thick and... Start again. Very thick and gloopy. You know, like if you're having medicine, cough medicine, and it's very thick and down your throat.
Looks like the colour Dennis's wee. Does look like a wee
Does I?
sample. Doesn't it? Like a wee sample.
But like a baked apple pie taste as well, like a sweet baked apple pie. State the obvious, Mandingo, but that's where it is. I've got to tell you exactly how it is.
Oh.
The
Not-
placenta, Mrs. Blot, it's 30.15%, so 30%. So most of the whiskies that I do the reviews on, you normally see us doing the whiskey reviews, they're normally 40%. Sometimes you get them where they're like 45%. But so it's a little bit weaker than the whiskies,
Oh, it's
but it'll
strong,
still
though.
blow your cap off. If you know what I'm talking about, Mandingos. What do you think? Are you getting any
No,
flavours? Any
I'm not
tastes?
getting... I'm going to disagree with you. I can't taste that.
You can't taste
No,
apple?
I can taste like at Christmas time. You get like a Christmas. It's like a vodka, but it's apple pie. Not apple pie. I'm just contradicting myself there. Mince pie.
Oh, like Christmas mince, like
Aye.
like a sweet spiced mince pie.
Where you used to get the vodka one at Christmas time, and it tastes like that. It's strong though. Wow. Listen. Ooh.
We'll get a little bit more in there.
It is, I know what you mean when you say it's
Oh
thick.
yes, it is. It's thick.
I take it. Aye.
Goes down. It's not like, you know, when you get some of these cheap whiskies I do the reviews on, and they're proper like piss water, and they're just.
It's like cough medicine when it
It
goes
is.
down.
It's
like
thick and
cough
gloopy.
medicine.
If I had to think of a spirit, I know people say dogs rocking the table again. Keep all that, Mrs. Blood. People say like moonshine's like a type of whiskey, but it hasn't been legalised. Well, the one I had last week, that tasted nothing like whiskey. I didn't enjoy it. This one's more enjoyable because it's got a flavour in, like that sweet apple pie flavour. But I wouldn't say whiskey. If I've got to say there's a spirit in there, I would say more like a vodka thing going on. You've
That's
just
what we
said,
have,
oh, you
vodka?
just said like the vodka in the mince pie.
Like a mince
so I would
pie,
say
vodka?
like apple pie, Jerry cinnamon, with a little bit of vodka, nice and thick, nice and smooth, very enjoyable and very dangerous because I've just been sitting there for the last 45 minutes
Catching flies.
and I've been catching flies, and that just goes down so easy. I'm not having any more after this because that bottle, it'll be gone dingo mandingos, as they say in the doodine.
What's all them floaters at the bottom? Have you been drinking at the bottom of the bottle?
That's just, I don't know what it is.
Can see it.
It's fireflies, it's firefly moonshine. Yeah, I'll get that.
Yeah.
I'm going to give my score dingo while Mrs. Blot has her last taste of her mandingos. Do you know what? I am pleasantly surprised because after the moonshine review last week, I think I only give it a 6, Mrs. Blot. I didn't really enjoy it. That, it is really nice. So I'm going to give it a very, very good. Not amazing or anything like that, but a very, very good 8.3 out of 10 dingo mandingos. The Firefly apple pie flavour moonshine from South
Moonshine.
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 I am shy.
Your mummy wants shy.
Moonshine Firefly apple pie flavour. What I say? 8.3? 8.4?
No,
8.3.
He says 8.7.
I don't know what I said now.
8.3.
8.3, wasn't it? 8.3 out of 10 dingo mandingos. That's my score, dingo. You better believe it is mandingos. What's your score, Mrs. Blood?
I'll give it 8.8. And that's a good score for me.
Good
that.
scores for that. 8.8 and 8.3. That's average score of 9.1. There you go, mandingos. That is the end of this week's Moonshine review. And that's the end of this week's video. Well, not quite.
No, we've got the bloopers.
We're now going to finish off. There's no bloopers, but there's fans clips.
Well, that's what I meant.
You come too quick. Arr. Enjoy the fans clips, guys. Join me on my next video on Sunday night for a serious stealth camp behind a hotel. Don't tell no one my secrets. Yes, and then join me next week for another wild camp Wednesday night video, and obviously next Friday for another takeaway review. You know what I'm talking about, and you know what makes absolute, complete, total sense. Right.
Oh, matron. Oh, matron. The glove of self-love.
Oh, matron, the glove of self-love.
Hey, mate. Hey, mate. Hey, mate. Hey, mate. Hey, mate. Hey, mate. Oh, matron.
Oh, matron. Oh. Oh, matron. Oh, the glove of self-love. Oh, matron.
Oh, matron, the glove of self-love. Oh, it's the glove of self-love. Oh,
It's the glove of self-love. Oh, matron.
Hey, mate, show us your jawbone. Hey, mate. Show us your jawbone. Jawbone.
Just coming up the hill from Lonsborough, just gone through the gate, and oh, matron, the glove of love.
Oh, matron. Oh, matron. The glove of self-love. Oh.
the glove of self-love.
Oh, matron, it's a glove of self-love. Ah.
To the boat.
Oh, matron, it's the glove of self-love.
You know it makes total sense.
Oh!
Why, you bunny?
Oh, matron, it's the glove of self-love. Oh.
Hey, mate, do us a favour and sell us your jawbone. Jawbone.
Show us your jawbone, mate. Your jawbone. You're some kind of miracle genius. Right.
You know, it's make total sense, mate. Very nice.